live on Facebook. They're not giving us the UE go live. Go live on YouTube. Yep, still not giving me the.
All right, you on YouTube, you on Facebook.
Alright, well, we just gonna rock with that because IG on UE's IG isn't working. We just gonna hit the Floating Yogi's IG. Come on in, invite a friend. Matter of fact, invite about 10 because it's the Floating Yogis Book Club. New time, new day, and we still about to go in. Come on, what up, what up, what up, what up, Brent? Welcome, welcome, welcome. You already know what we do. You part of the crew. As I said before, invite a friend. Matter of fact, invite about 10 because we about to go in. If you'd like to be part of the discourse, if you like to chat with us, rap with us in real time without, making me get up and everything. What up, Dale? Then I highly encourage you to hop on uedc.com, create an account, and all of our services are there for you. Free 99. What? Free 99? Oh my gosh, yes, it is free 99. Do you know why? Because this is brought to you by UE, of course, Urban Yogic Wellness and Education, where we're restructuring health and wellness in the community, one healthy habit at a time. And we got to provide these services somehow. Boom. See, he already got the link in there. Speaking of one of the people who helped me be me, help me do what I do, we got my dude Pay Over. He's part of the crew. You'll see him with the comments and everything. He'll be able to direct you to the website so you can sign up and become part of the growth gang. And shoot, while we here waiting for y'all to come in, waiting for the friends that you invited to come in, if you happen to have this book, Sadhguru Inner Engineering, The Yogi's Guide to Joy, I highly encourage you to get it. If not, I highly encourage you to invite a friend, grab a drink, because it's going to be delicious today. Hey, welcome, Brent, welcome. Come on in the Zoom room, my dude. What else we got going on? Another group of the people who help me be me, help me do what I do. We got Lifeform Yoga mats. They part of the crew too, and I'm telling you, the mats are fantastic. Those are what I practiced on, what Jumi practices on, and soon to be the twins that just popped into this world. And when we go to the mat, we can learn those on mat lessons and come to places and spaces like this to take those lessons out off of the mat and into our life. Start to actually fill our lives with these healthy habits, with these, terrific tips that keep putting us in a better space, either mentally, physically, or helping us in directing our life. Anyway, I can continue to go down that path because and we're going to tap into it with the book. But before we get there, who else we got? We got MyFit DC, we got UE, Urban Yogic Wellness and Education, like I mentioned before. We got Pay Over Universe, a dimension where people are our greatest resource. And with that being said, I think that's all the paying bills we had to do type thing. And now we can just chat. How you feeling, Tom?
Now, we did pay him bills, but we didn't give them their own accountability meditation check-in. You already said it's free 99 on the website, but this is a special opportunity because I already know you doom scrolling, wasting your time up on social media, procrastinating, should be in bed, should be asleep, should be washing dishes, doing laundry. You see that pile of laundry in the corner, but just follow ue.dc on IG, check out the stories, and if you moved or meditated today, hit that move to meditated button. Tomorrow, I'll tag you and shout you out. You'll be part of the growth gang. Real simple, everyday accountability, meditate, breathe, move. Have a good day.
Hey, what up, Jamie? Welcome. you especially should be up in the Zoom room. The link right there pinned to the top, and I'm gonna see you tomorrow. But come on, hop in the Zoom room. Let's get it. Yeah, Jen. Woohoo. Brent. Yeah, Dale. Woo. Okay. Welcome. Right.
Hey, the crew is here. Hey, Brent. Hey, Dale and Amani.
So
What's up?
we reading.
Oh, we going in.
Yeah, yeah. You already know. You already know, Dale. You already know. And in case you have the book, we're on page 141. And this is speaking to me a little bit because so we just had the twins. We're going into week 3 tomorrow, and sleep has been declining. And I'm already someone who doesn't get like a ridiculous amount of sleep. Typically, I don't get a ridiculous amount of sleep. My average is about 4 hours a night. So, and there's not really naps during the day. That's not a thing. It's too many things to do. So with the twins coming, it's been within those 4 hours that I get, it's been broken up because it's dealing with them, helping wake them up. If they crying, I'm gonna wake up anyway. So it's not like, oh, you can't do anything anyway, just lay there. Nah, I'm gonna wake up. I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna do something to help ease the situation. Because even on the most selfish tip, I can get back to sleep sooner. Either way, that still takes like 25, 30 minutes. And then they back up to feed after 2 hours. So my sleep has been very scattered. And I've been feeling the effects. But I've been doing what I can to get little power saves here and there. Simplest way to put it. So on 151.
How long have you survived on 4 hours of sleep average?
Oh, like years. We're talking like more than 5. Also, another little caveat, I had insomnia as a kid. So I'm kind of like trained for this. Whether I wanted it or not. Night terrors and whatnot. And then sleep just wasn't a thing. So I'm rather good at fighting that. So yeah, that pretty good. Imagine if I got 5 hours a night. Anyway. This part of the section is called restlessness to restfulness, because that was part of the thing that I dealt with the insomnia. All right,
Page 141.
Yeah, 141. Restlessness to restfulness. The fact that you sleep at night makes some difference between your mornings and evenings. What is making the difference is the level of relaxation that sleep brings. If you could remain relaxed while performing all the activities of the day, you would be about the same in the evening in terms of energy and enthusiasm as you were in the morning. Just something to chew on real quick. Just something. Right? If you wake up fresh, that is a good beginning. But slowly through the day, as your relaxation levels come down, you gradually start feeling stressed. Stress is not because of work. This is important to remember. Everybody thinks their job is stressful. No job is stressful. There are many jobs that could present challenging situations. Ooh, challenging situations.
Are you listening, Ben?
I like how I like the words he's choosing. He's not just
Hello?
like...
I can. I didn't know I was supposed to be listening.
Welcome. I like the words he's choosing because it's kind of like framing things. Right? It just like how earlier in the book he talked about responsibility and changed that, which kind of changes how we deal with responsibilities. It's not burdens. It's not the weight of other people. It is our ability to respond to a situation.
Yeah, a challenge or like pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could say there's pressure, but is that doesn't necessarily mean there's like a suffering because of it.
Ooh, yeah, suffering. Yeah. It's a challenge.
I think the thing was, if you can respond to it, then you're responsible for it or responsible to it. This is sort of the idea from last week, right?
Yeah, if you choose
Yep.
to be responsible, then you have the ability to respond. If you choose to. All right, no job is stressful. There are many jobs that can present challenging situations. There could be hasty bosses, insecure colleagues, emergency rooms, impossible deadlines, or you might even find yourself in the middle of a war zone. But these are not inherently stressful. It is our compulsive reaction to the situations in which we are placed that cause stress. Stress is a certain level of internal friction. Again, putting it back in the hands of something that we can control, or bringing the control back into our hands. It's a lot can be going on in the situation, but if you're trained for the situation, if you're present, if you're conscious, then you can start making decisions then you aren't in.
I think most people have at least one or two chaotic situations that they thrive in.
I can see
Like,
those thoughts.
as long as you're employed, even if you're just at McDonald's, if that lunch rush, if you've been at McDonald's a year and that lunch rush comes in and you don't know exactly, what burgers need to go where and that you need to prepare this amount, for whatever's coming up, and you should be in the zone. And I think everybody should be able to experience that at some point in time, doing something.
Anybody else got something? Y'all can just chime on in if you in the Zoom room, or you can drop it in the cheesy. Welcome, y'all on IG, on YouTube, on Facebook. I like how he said stress is a certain level of internal friction, because that makes it not just in our own hands, but it puts the focus on whatever's unsettled in us, whatever decision we didn't make, what we're unconfident about, what we don't have perspective on. It puts the stress back on something that we could gain perspective on, that we can get a little bit more information on, that we could try different things. So I like that. I like, again, the verbiage. Stress is a certain level of internal friction. One can easily lubricate the inner mechanism with some amount of inner work and awareness. So it is your inability to handle your own system that is stressing you out. On some level, you do not know how to handle your body, mind, and emotions. That is the problem. A little way to learn a little bit more.
I guess that's kind of what Tony was saying. Sometimes you can just be thriving in a stressful situation, but the average person just couldn't deal with that.
What was one of the things? All right, so I worked at UPS and I did the preload thing, the overnight jump, because of course I don't sleep, so it works out great. And they had this thing called I think they still got this thing called a pick off, and the boxes are coded by different colors like orange, green, brown, red, purple, blah blah blah, and they all come down a conveyor belt. Essentially, in the perfect world, each box is placed with enough space, is placed face up so you see the label, and it's with enough space so you can grab the box, slide it down its designated colored tube, and grab the next box. However, the reality of it is people just trying to throw these daggone boxes out the daggone truck. So the belt is just stacked like, just stacked all over the place. And it's like, I gotta find the box, flip the box with my knee, throw it with my armpit, kick it with my elbow. It's like all this different, like I got...
You see somebody else's box, you're like, yo, that's your box. Yeah. You're helping each other out. It's like a whole, I did it, man.
Yeah, exactly. So you can thrive in chaotic situations. And for me, that was lit. I can put my headphones in, I can zone out, I don't have to talk to anybody, I could just get in my zone and do it. But it was a chaotic situation. And I think essentially a lot of jobs, or every job, could be that type of chaotic situation, especially with like the colleagues, the coworkers. I can't speak too much. I enjoyed my coworkers at UPS. The workers were lit because you have to have a certain type of grit and a certain disposition to be able to deal with the amount of pressure, like you were saying, Tony, that they trying to apply to a person and the results that they wanted. So they was generally pretty cool. And now with yoga, if I don't like you, I'm just not gonna work with you. It's just that simple. Right? It's just a no for me, dog. Thank you. But yeah, I'm sure there's a whole bunch of different situations like that people thrive in. I'd love to hear some that some of y'all have. Oh, another one is kids playing. Oh my gosh, with the 2.5-year-old and the 2. Oh my gosh, kids playing with them like with newborns around and their toddlers. Jesus, whoever has that skill, I praise you.
How's your heart been, bro?
Yo, out of my chest is how my heart is beating. Every 4 minutes is like a heart attack. It's like, no, they're okay. They're okay. Breathe. That's why I gotta get this restfulness in a little bit more. Cause sleep clearly just ain't happening. So if I can figure out how to be a little bit more restful, then maybe I have the same level of enthusiasm, which I typically do. I'm pretty good at this. 17 hours later after I woke up. All right. How then do you keep this system free of stress so that you remain at the same level of enthusiasm, relaxation, and happiness, whether it's morning or evening? Yeah, how do we do this? Please enlighten me. An average person's pulse rate on an empty stomach would be in the 70s or 80s. For a person doing the right type of meditative practice, you would find that the pulse rate would range between the 30s and 40s. Even after a good lunch, it would stay in the 50s. This is just one parameter that indicates the level of restfulness that your body is experiencing moment to moment. Restfulness essentially defines the replenishing and rejuvenating capabilities of your body. I'm going to run that one back. Restfulness essentially defines the replenishing and rejuvenating capabilities of the body, because drugs don't heal us, doctors don't heal us. We heal ourselves. Our body heals itself. The body. I'm going to speak specifically with the body. There are things we can do to put the body in a better state that it heals itself faster. Thank you, modern medicine with antibiotics and things of the such. But, a whole bunch of chemicals, maybe we can try something else. Talk to me. What's up?
You hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Hey, like, connected with a lot of things that he talks about, like stillness being like this, like kind of like the source, or like helping you activate your source or like connect with it. And it's like non-physical. So if our body is always like in an active state, that is like, like just having that is gonna create, probably some friction somewhere, like just because shit happens. So it's like finding a place where you can be still and still aware.
That's
like it's like you don't have to necessarily be in control of the healing process. But just getting back to that rest. It's like a active or not active. It's like an intense restfulness.
Yeah, I could use some of that, a little REM sleep, or whatever it's called, theta brain state. When you said stillness, that was reading, because I started thinking about I've been thoroughly enjoying my coffee. Don't need it, not tired. It doesn't necessarily give me energy. It tastes phenomenal. It smells so good. And in the morning, you could just smell the beans in the house. Like, it's a it's a thing. It's a thing. So I was thinking something that could be slowing down this healing process / rejuvenation / getting my energy back is me throwing off my endocrine system with this caffeine. I do well. I only do 1 to 2. I don't do more than like 16 ounces. Typically, I'll do 8. Right? That's not too bad. Maybe a week. Maybe I try 2 weeks. Maybe I try 2 weeks. Maybe. See what happens.
I think that's very disciplined, in my opinion.
Thank you. That is reassuring and affirming. I feel good to continue my addiction. It's not an addiction. I've stopped numerous times. But daggone it, you get the gist. Okay. You cannot slow down your system at the cost of activity. What is necessary to keep your system in such a way that activity does not take its toll upon it? Maybe physically you get exhausted, but it need not stress you in any way. If you are capable of being vibrant, active, and still relaxed, then it's worthwhile. And I believe that this is a separation between vibrant, active. It doesn't mean running all around using a lot of muscles. It just means that while you're doing whatever you're doing, your body's relaxed. And that can be seen in like watching people do what they do. You know, some people who be in the zone and they're just kind of like flowy with it, like they're just dancing. Be like water, my friend. They're not really using the muscles. And in the practice, one thing that once the physical body is like, once you get the physical practice, you're like, all right, I know what pose is next. You're no longer thinking about it. You can like kind of close your eyes and tap into the breath body, the pranamaya kosha. And you can start to use the breath to move the body. And that's how you see me do a lot of the jump backs and the jump forwards. It's my control of the breath that's allowing me to do it. It's not me activating a whole bunch of muscles. Because if you come over and like touch me or feel like and watch, you'll see that I'm activating, but I'm not straining. And that's a very important differentiation, because what type of energy am I using? Am I using physical energy that's going to take mass and matter to break down? Or am I using breath energy that has a very different absorption rate? Just something to chew on. And something else to chew on. Hey, what up? We got Kenneth Brand in this joint. They just slid on in. Always providing some dope yoga gear for the ladies. Super comfy and super fly. I encourage you to check them out. They don't have anything for guys yet, but I believe that'll change. You see the eyes, right? Hold up. I'm going to get on both platforms, all the platforms, both cameras. Just so they know that I know that they know that I know. All right. Cool. Let's see. If you start simple practices of yoga in 3 to 4 months' time, your pulse rate will drop at least 8 to 20 counts very easily. That means the body is running so much more efficiently and at a relaxed pace. What the body needs is not sleep, but restfulness. If you keep the body very relaxed throughout the day, your sleep quota will go down naturally. If your work and taking a walk and exercise are also relaxation for you, your sleep quota will drop even further. I'm gonna say that again. If your work and taking a walk or exercising are also relaxation for you, your sleep quota will drop even further. If you enjoy exerting energy, it is not work, it is play. It has a different energetic toll and different energetic expression, and it has a different energetic draw. Right now, people want to do everything the hard way. I support said thoughts. People walking in the park in a state of tension, whether you walk or jog, why can't it be done easily, joyfully? This exercise may be causing more harm to you than well-being because you are going at it as if you're going into battle. Hey, what up, China? What up, Nods? Speaking of which, there's a sound bath happening at Sun and Moon Yoga with China and myself. It's gonna be lit. FYI, it's on April 28th, and I think you should get your ticket before it sells out again. Shameless plug. Okay, moving forward. Don't battle with life. You are not anti-life. You are life. Just get in tune with it and you'll see that you will pass through it easily. Keep yourself fit and well, and it's not a battle. Do some activity that you enjoy. Play a game, swim, walk, run. If you don't like to do anything except eat cheesecake all day, then you have a problem. Problems. Otherwise, there's no incompatibility between being active and relaxed at the same time. Anyone disagreeing with that? April 28th. I'll go a little further. I was going to skip. I actually think the body does need sleep. And that's coming from someone who was like, I think the body does need sleep. My opinion. How much, I believe that varies based on like your activity, what's normal, how much tension you carry throughout the day, physical and mental, because we do have meters on our physical energy, on our mental energy, and on our spirit energy, our ability to will ourselves to do things that, we don't necessarily like. So they got like a little limiter bar on there. Do. Where's yours at? Let's see. Okay, if the body is at a certain level of alertness and awareness, you will see that once it is well rested, it will awaken. That is if it's eager to come to life. I'm gonna say that again because I messed it up, and I like that phrase. I don't think I needed to go too deep. I think we can go to the second section because that's something else Dale was rapping about. Yeah, we almost done anyway. If the body is at a certain level of alertness and awareness, you will see that once it's well rested, it will awaken. That is, if it's eager to come to life. If we have a purpose, if we have a reason to get up, if we have a desire, if we have a desire to engage with life. Otherwise, we'll lay there. And we can call it other things. We can get into that off air. That'll be Zoom room only. We can call it other things. Let's see. But that's how it is for me. After if I'm not completely exhausted to the point where I pass out in my clothes, then I'll wake up at 4.5 hours, maybe 5. But after 6 hours, I can lay there and just like be there and hold my pee and not want to get up because it's comfortable. I don't think I'm the only one who does that, right? But after 6 hours, my body's like, ooh, Sparta, get out the bed. And, then I mosey about and figure it out. But those days don't happen often, so I thoroughly enjoy them when they do. Okay. All right, yeah. These are some good points. If it's somehow trying to use the bed as a grave, then it's a problem. Keep the body in such a way that it's not longing to avoid or escape life. Maintain it in such a way that it's longing to come awake. I support those thoughts. I support those thoughts. Anyone got something to add about restfulness, about sleep? Until we go into some saucy stuff, I gotta get a sip of water for this. And this, Jamie, is gonna tap into what we were rapping about last week. You asked something about, I mentioned the 8 limbs of yoga and I mentioned Pratyahara, and you were like, come again? And we're gonna tap into a little bit of that. But before we do, water, in a moment to add some comments about sleep, restfulness, or whatever.
Something that isn't touched on is the things that are physically exerting. Like he mentioned a war zone as an example, but if you're a bodybuilder or a weightlifter or an athlete, then although you could be restful and enjoying it, it's still physically stressing your body.
Yeah. That's when I said, when he said, do something that you enjoy. Make your work something you enjoy. So it's no longer, yes, it is stressful for you, but for them, they're excited. Just like a boxer. Just like an MMA.
Well, I meant physically.
Just like a boxer. Just like an MMA fighter. Don't worry, I can still be ratchet at 9 p.m. It don't have to be 6. It don't have to be 12. What up, Brent? Nah, come on, drop it.
I was just gonna say, whatever it is, whatever practice someone has, I mean, it can be different for everybody. Like, I think depending on where you live, how you grew up, what type of environment you're in, I mean, what you do to gain a restful moment could be completely different from someone on the other side of the world or something, like, I don't know. I think like just being creative with those things, like it could be something silly even, I think like even just taking your time off and playing a game on your phone can be like a restful moment sometimes, if it's not something that you become like addicted to per se or something, but just something where you're just zoning out, just like kind of doing something different. I don't know.
Running.
It can help.
The game,
yeah.
I strongly support. Definitely restful, and unless you get a little bit too addicted to it. But definitely a restful, a little quick. Let me cut it out. Let me do something real quick, clear my mind, jump right back into it. That's what I do with pool. It's a little quick game. It's over. All right, back to reality. And we're going to jump to page 94 if you got the book. Inner Engineering, Yogi's Guide to Joy. Life sense. Knowing life beyond the senses. How does the human body make sense of the world? What is its source of knowing? Go and drop it in the cheesy. Go and drop it in the chat. What is the body? How does the body make sense of the world? What? obvious answer. 5 cents. It was too obvious. It wasn't even like a legit, question because it's in the title. Dag on it. Anyway, whatever you know of the world or yourself is information that you've gathered only through the 5 sense organs by seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, and touching. If these sense organs fold up, you would know neither the world nor yourself. This is facts. Anyone disagreeing with that? Cool. When you sleep every night, suddenly the people around you disappear, the world disappears, and even you disappear. You're still alive. Everybody around you is alive, but in your experience, everything evaporates because these 5 sense organs have gone into shutdown mode. The sense organs are limited. They can perceive only that which is physical. If your perception is limited to the 5 senses, naturally the scope of your life will be restricted to the physical. Additionally, the senses perceive everything only in relation to something else. I'm gonna say that one again. That's powerful. That's duality in the making. Additionally, if the senses perceive everything only in relation to something else. If I touch a metal object and it feels cool to my fingers, it's simply because my body temperature is warmer. Suppose I lower my temperature and touch it, it will feel warm to me. The sense perceptions are absolutely wonderful instruments for human survival. They are turned on at the moment of your birth because they are essential to your survival in the outside world. But if you're seeking something more than survival, they are not enough. If you're seeking something more than survival, they are not enough. They give you a distorted impression of reality because they are entirely relative in their perception. Meaning you gotta have something else, that cold thing that you touch, to realize that you're warm in relation to that cold thing. Because then if the sun comes near you, if you're really interested in knowing life in all of its depths and dimension, it is imperative that you look inward, not out. Why? Because the essential nature of life does not lie in the physical or psychological expression of the body and mind, but in their source. However, looking inward doesn't happen easily. It takes work because you don't yet have the perceptual mechanisms to look within. The human predicament is just this. The very seat of your experience is within you, but your perception is entirely outward bound. I'm gonna say it again. Y'all got that? That makes sense to you? Let me drop it in the chat what it means to you, so I know, because I'm gonna run it back again, because it took me a couple times to read it. The very seat of your experience is within you, but your perception is entirely outward bound. I ain't saying, oh, I can only see things outside of myself. That's not the answer I'm looking for. Dig a little deeper. You hear that one, Tony? We still got the thumbs up. That is why there is a big disconnect between within and without. You can see what is outside you, but you cannot see what is inside you. Even if someone whispers, you can hear it, but there is so much activity happening in the body that it's beyond your ability to hear. That's the one I wanted to touch on.
I want to touch on what's reality, because I believe reality is subjective. I don't have the meme right in front of me. I'm not going to take the time to pull it out. But basically, some branch of science, quantum physics, something says that you cannot observe something without changing that thing. Also, the law of attraction and whatnot means that everybody is literally creating the reality, the experience.
The reality I'm talking about is the collective reality. Come on, Brent. That was all.
I was just saying, yeah, I like that, because I mean, what are we without the environment around us? But we are just as much a part of that. It's like saying I'm stuck in traffic, but you are traffic. It's the same thing.
I like that. I like that. I love that. You know,
I'm stuck in traffic. No, you are traffic. Go home. Go home. I like when he says, even if someone whispers, you can hear it. But there's so much activity happening in the body that's beyond your ability to hear. Like the blood going through our veins, like our heart beating. Like the breath moving through different areas, the muscles tensing. We don't hear a lot of that. And that's one thing that I like about the Mysore room. It just be quiet as hell in that jump, yo. When you come vibe with me at Sun and Moon Yoga Monday through Friday, 6:30 to 9 a.m. for the movement portion of the wellness practice, or when you come vibe with me at Flow Yoga Center at 10 to 12, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, it be quiet no more. It just be breath. It be breath and movements. You just hear people. The sound effects be on 1,000. It's like, oh damn, that one was smooth, yo. They getting better. All right, I saw them. They press like this, and then that with their feet, and then I got my butt to the floor. Okay, I'm gonna do that next time. So yeah, come on, vibe with us. Shameless plug. Moving forward. Even if an ant crawls upon your skin, you can sense it right away. But there's so much blood flowing within you that you cannot feel. Your sense organs can only register external sensations of sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch. But the source of all experience is within you. And experience may be triggered by an external stimulus, but its origin is always internal. And there are times when the same experience can be generated even within the external trigger. Yoga is fundamentally aimed at enhancing your experience beyond the five senses. There is a dimension beyond your five sense perceptions. You can call that dimension whatever you please. You can call it self if you choose. You can call it the divine. You can use the term God if you choose. The terminology is up to you. And even if you are not in quest of the divine or the self, enhancing your perception can play a vital role in assuring a fundamental level of well-being. Whatever your doctor, policeman, engineer, artist, homemaker, or student, fundamentally, it is your quality of perception that determines how effective and successful you are and how much you can do this on this planet. The expansion of your sense perception beyond the present boundaries can achieve phenomenal results, bring a completely new and seemingly magical dimension to your life. The common questions are, is it difficult to enhance my perception? Do I have to withdraw to the Himalayas and cave to turn inward? Not at all. This possibility does not come from sitting somewhere on top of a mountain. It is within you. The only reason it has been inaccessible is that you are either busy or preoccupied with what is happening outside, or far too engaged with your own psychological drama. It is just a lack of attention which has denied people the possibility to discover what lies within. Turning inward does not have anything to do with your thoughts, ideas, opinions, or philosophies. It has nothing to do with the psychological activity of your mind. I'm going to say that again. For the person who has the SIF meditation, sensations, images, feelings, and thoughts. Turning inward does not have anything to do with your thoughts, ideas, opinions, or philosophies. It has nothing to do with the psychological activities of your mind. Enhancing your perception means enhancing your ability to receive life just as it is. If you're willing to decide just a few minutes, to dedicate just a few minutes of your life to this every day, you will see the change. The simple process of paying a little bit of attention to your inner nature will transform the quality of your life in a remarkable way. Ooh. I like the psychological drama part because we be creating psychological dramas. Notice when you try to meditate all the things that come up. What time is it? Oh, I gotta do this. These are just the normal thoughts that your mind has when you're trying stuff, when you're doing things. And especially when you're trying to shut it off. It's gonna go through its, no, you need me moments. I always give like a journey, a moment to sit and realize your journey towards stillness when we do the meditations on Thursday at 12 o'clock, because you're going to come in on the same app and we're going to be able to grow, right? Shameless plug. Yeah.
I'll be there.
Yeah. I'm with you. So that was saucy. Those was two good points. The life beyond the senses, and that we've talked about the coaches before. Y'all remember any of the coaches? I said the Pranamaya coach, the breath.
Yeah. Anamaya kosha, manamaya, anandamaya kosha.
This is the Vijnamaya kosha and the Anandamaya kosha.
Vijnamaya. Yeah.
Beyond the physical. It's the wisdom that we've accumulated through those experiences that he was talking about that we were looking for. It's seeing those, seeing ourselves and seeing our capabilities, seeing our limits, and then the Anandamaya kosha, seeing ways that we can release or adjust those what we saw about ourselves, how we saw ourselves. So when it comes to the practice, it makes it super easy. Because let's use the sun salutations. You're doing the sun salutations, you see how you do it. You're like, I can't touch my toes. All right, boom, cool. You keep doing it. Then you say, then you look back at it. You look at a video of yourself or something, and you say, oh, I didn't know my feet did this. And then you turn your feet in, and then your hands go a little bit lower. And now when you're stretching different muscles in your back. The progression. Ooh. So it would be essentially seeing, oh, I can't touch my toes. I move this way. I make the adjustment. I release that limiting belief about myself. And after I release that and I start to realize that I can do more, maybe I'm not touching my feet, maybe I'm going down, then we're entering the bliss body, the Anandamaya kosha. And that's when like the rejuvenation and the good feels are possible. When we are essentially in that space that, I don't really like to talk about bliss and great feels too much, but when we're in those spaces when shit just feels good, we just flowing. Oh, I'm not taking things too heavy. That space. That's what we're talking about. Those things. Also, he kind of doesn't dive deep in the book in that part because there's like a whole like fourth book of the sutras that talks about psychic abilities, things from like telepathy to levitation. You know, we can get into that. We can talk about it. I thoroughly endorse it. I believe it's true, and I believe I'll be levitating before I leave this planet. So that's all. That's what I'm gonna say. I see it's a possibility.
Or while.
You said what?
Or while.
Or while.
Consider.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Before I leave the planet, while I'm here, I'm gonna be Oh, it's probably just a matter of perspective and how we perceive gravity. Maybe
And space.
I just need to redefine it for myself. We shall see. We shall see.
Go on.
We shall see. All right, y'all. Oh yeah, we had Rack y'all coming through on the socials. What up, China, Anissa? Y'all still vibing with us? Bet. If y'all had what y'all looking like time wise? I got a few more minutes. See you, Jamie. Great driving. Nah, I'm just gonna bring this book tomorrow. This is gonna start a whole nother thing. Well, while I got y'all here, we got questions. I mean, we got books to choose from. We got the Tao Te Ching, and we have Celestine Prophecies. Have either any of y'all heard of any of those books? Write it in the cheesy if you are, you know. There we go. Write it in the cheesy if you're on social media. And if you're on IG, both of them, heard of both of them. Have you read both of them? Who's read either of them. Because
I read Tao Te Ching
You have
like
to?
10 years ago.
Okay. All right. So
I think I know about the Celestine prophecies. Isn't that like a hidden knowledge, occult sort of book, or am I completely off base?
you're spot on. All right, social medias, we gonna hop off. This is Zoom call. Thanks for vibing with us. Thanks for growing with us. I encourage you to hit that pinned comment and sign up and join the Growth Gang. And don't forget to tap into UE stories every day. We got a daily movement and meditation, accountability, just being connected to other people who are trying to grow. Peace.